see that the streaming is live.
And we are live. We can start.
And we are
now.
live. Nice.
Okay, great. So hello, everyone. Welcome to the Unicorn Pitches from the East Coast. First of all, let me thank you for joining us here today. My name is Olga, and today I'm the co-host of this event. Let me introduce you to my partner who helped me to make this event happen and who did a great job gathering all of us today to explore these wonderful startups. Please meet Kostya Roda, our expert and startup advisor at IFG Lab. Hi, Kostya.
Hi, Olga. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Okay, next one. About organizers. This event is provided by Network VC ecosystem and IFG Lab company. IFG Lab is an East Coast-based VC syndicate and startup accelerator. At IFG Lab, we help startups to work with investors and to build their investor relations. Our event is happening thanks to our sponsors. We greatly appreciate our platinum sponsor, it's Network VC. Our golden sponsor, it is Silicon Valley Syndicate Fund, and our silver sponsor, it's Startup Inc. Let me just briefly describe you what is Network VC. Network VC is a smart ecosystem that consists of various software solutions and internet platforms that unite startups, investors, business angels, experts, scouts, and high-level managers in a single business space, which makes it possible to quickly and efficiently approach any task in the field of innovation and startups. The heart of the ecosystem is Network VC Fund, venture fund and venture capital platform for decentralized VC community. Startup Network is a marketplace for startups, businesses, investors, and service providers. Startup Inc. is an investor onboarding and management platform. It is our software solution. Our unicorn events, as you see, it is the world's largest online startup pitch sessions and contest. VC House, it is a closed online community and network created exclusively for VCs, where we can exchange their deals and communicate with each other. And finally, Silicon Valley Syndicate Fund is a special structure that allows business angels to invest in the best startups from all over the world. So this is just our short introduction. Kostya, we can start.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much and welcome everyone. Today is a happy day of pitching and judging. And judging is always fun, but also educational. So what we hope today is that each of us will learn, our startups will learn from feedback from investors, and our investors will have a chance to reconnect with a very powerful and definitely not early stage startups. These are rather advanced multi startups who already had their entities before. So let's first of all say thank you to our judges who graciously agreed to join this event today, and we will start from introduction. If you will, please share 1-2 minutes to introduce yourself, to mention what vertical you're investing in, what kind of startups you're looking for, what VC firm or syndicate you're representing, and this will give us an idea who is judging us today. So let's start from probably Alexander, if he is here, Alexander Soroka.
Sorry, Alexander is not here. He has an investing committee right now,
Okay.
and he said that thank you all for coming, and I will be for him today. Let's do
Okay.
it.
Okay. Olga, have you already introduced yourself earlier? Do you want to say a few words?
Yes, I'm just a general partner and CEO of IFG Lab company, and before I said about IFG Lab, so let's just skip me.
Okay. Michael Costello, if you could share a few words about you.
So Michael Costello, I spent 32 years operating within consumer products. And for the last almost 3 years, I've been investing in early stage consumer product companies with a portfolio of about 22 right now.
Okay, thank you very much. What kind of startups you are interested in? Are you investing?
Primarily better for you products that were within the consumer product space. So anything from beauty to food and beverage, teas, and a few kind of suppliers to those spaces.
Okay, thank you very much. And we are moving to David Chichester. Is it correctly say Chichester?
You got it. Thank you. Yeah, I'm Dave Chichester. I am the founder of Florida Funders. Started that in Tampa 10 years ago. And 5 years ago, I started Seed Funders in St. Petersburg, launched Seed Funders St. Pete. 2 years after that, launched Seed Funders Orlando. And last year, I moved to Miami to launch Seed Funders Miami. So we have, between the entities, we have 25 portfolio companies. My one-liner is we're looking for pre-revenue scalable technology in Florida. So any scalable technology is fine. Pre-revenue, we'll do early revenue, but if a company has $1 million in revenue, I tell them it's they're too late for us, and they're shocked. Wait a minute, you say I have too much revenue. Yeah, you have too much revenue. We want to be the first investors on board. Our average investment is $150,000. Get them launched, get them started, feed them up to the stream in the ecosystem to the next level within a year. So as I said, we have 25 portfolio companies. I've got 68 partners throughout the state of Florida, and we are looking for companies and we're looking for investors to join us. Thank you.
So it's basically high risk, high reward, right? In your case, because early stage is always high risk, high reward.
It's obviously the highest risk and the highest reward. And just briefly, the first company we invested in, we put $150,000 at 1.5 million pre. And 2 months ago, they got a Series A at a $24 million post.
Oh my, this is incredible. Okay, thank you very much. David Orban, I'm sorry I interrupted you.
Question. Michael, you want to say something, Michael?
Yes.
All I was saying, welcome to Miami, David.
Oh, thank you.
David.
Yes. Hello, everyone. My name is David Orban. I am with Beyond Enterprises, have been an entrepreneur and an investor for several decades. My thesis is around exponential technologies and how they are naturally leading to decentralization. This can be seen in many verticals, in energy with solar and batteries, in digital manufacturing, and of course, in blockchain technologies, disrupting and changing the world of finance and payments. But there are also the same signs we are seeing in health, peer-to-peer learning, security, and many other areas. We have an investor consortium with about 50 members. We are, of course, a member as well, able to look at technology startups from seed to late stage.
Very nice. You also forgot to mention that you're obviously a good reader. Look at these books behind your back. This is incredible library. Okay, moving on to Denis Efremov. Please share a few words about you.
Yes, hi everyone. Thanks for having me here. My name is Denis. I'm principal at Fortress Ventures. We are, broadly speaking, B2B and fintech investors, focused on enterprise SaaS, more or less, and fintech, except for credit tech. We are focused on the US and Israel primarily. Some of our funds consider other geographies, but that's the primary focus. We are investing primarily on the mid stage, so Series B onwards, sometimes considering Series A. So that's probably it. Thanks again for inviting me.
Thank you very much, Denise. And we are moving to Diana Espino. Are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Nice. Thank you for coming. Please share a few words about you.
Thank you for having me. So, I'm Diana. I'm originally from Venezuela, even though I've been living in Miami for 15 plus years. So I manage a venture capital firm. We manage the venture capital arm of a single family office. So we have, a little bit different from a venture capital fund. We have a lot of flexibility. We have a mandate to invest up to 200 million, of which we have already invested 62. Our main focus is fintech companies, even though we do have some flexibility on later stage companies, and we go from seed to later stage. And when in terms of geography, this current year, we're very much focused on increasing our presence in the US and Mexico and Brazil. So we're, very happy to be here and willing to look at any companies that will fit our investment thesis.
And I'm glad to say that we do have a fintech company today, so they will be pitching hopefully in a few minutes. David Shengard, is it correctly named?
Yeah,
Do I
hi
use it correctly?
guys. Yeah, it's correct pronunciation. Thank you for having me here. I'm a partner at head of research at Unicorn Factory Ventures. It's a pleasure to be at Unicorn Pitches in that sense. We have early stage seed, pre-seed, maybe sometimes round A fund, fully Web3 agnostic. We only invest in, let's say, blockchain stuff. We're a Ukrainian fund based in Europe right now, primarily Portugal and Spain. So kind of concentrating on those areas, but also happy to invest in US companies. As I said, we're fully Web3 agnostic, so there's no limitations in the sense of where do we invest, but haven't done any investments within Web2 or traditional fintech so far, but happy to look at that as well.
Okay, sounds very nice. I think you will have interesting stuff today. Jonathan Beda, is it Beda?
Beta, yeah. Thank you for having me. My name is Jonathan Beta. I'm the founder and managing partner at Connexa Capital. We are a new Miami-based early stage firm. We just raised our first fund. Our team sits in Miami and San Francisco. Myself and my partners are all Florida-based former operators. We are also fairly industry agnostic, other than industries that possess a high degree of regulatory risk. So we would probably stay away from things like biotech, crypto, et cetera. And we are primarily focused on investing in businesses that adhere to B2C or SMB sales channels that possess early signs of product market fit and strong economic fundamentals, particularly focused on unit economics and capital efficiency.
Well, what can I say to people who are all in Miami? I'm jealous because I'm in New York, and except for today, but most of the time we're freezing here in the in the winter. So you guys are lucky you. Thank you very much, Jonathan. And we have Storm Duncan left.
Yes, also in Miami, I'm a founder and managing partner at Ignatius Growth Capital and Advisory. I think like many of the other folks on the phone here, I've started several companies. I've actually attended a pitch competition like this once for one of my companies. So I've been on both sides of this. I've judged, many of these, and have invested in probably a little over 100 companies, check sizes, some early stage, so $25,000 to $100,000 checks. And then we also help advise the companies as they look for later stage capital and M&A exits.
Okay. Thank you very much. I've also been on both sides. Actually fun to do both pitching and judging. It's always a pleasure. Okay, thank you very much, dear judges. Before we move on to actual pitching, I need to kind of share the protocol for the pitch. So we want to make sure that everyone has their chance to present and also to get the feedback. So I will have to be very strict with timing. I have my phone here. We will pitch 3 minutes. In some rare cases, I will give you a couple of more, but in really rare cases. And then we give judges an opportunity to share their feedback and ask questions. So the format I suggest will be complete if each of us give 1 to 2 sentences of feedback as well before asking questions. Because for some of the startups, this will be especially powerful exercise, and actually myself a little bit jealous of this opportunity. So thank you very much, and let's move to our first startup, if he is here. Maxim Nagatkov, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Fantastic, fantastic. Actually, let's share your presentation, please, and see what you have to offer us today.
Okay, 1 second. Do you see my screen or you don't?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Now?
Not yet.
Okay.
Are you using Zoom? Oh, of course.
Yes, I'm using Zoom.
Maybe let's do it this way. We can take the next startup, and your
and I will say
time. Yeah,
okay.
we will take this presentation, share it by ourselves.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Sure.
Let's move to Victoria and her startup Fused.
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
So it's 3 minutes speech, and
Yeah, do
then
you see my
5 minutes
screen?
for questions. Yeah.
Okay, good. So hi, everyone. Sorry, my name is Victoria. I'm the founder of Used, a simple, scalable B2B SaaS for designers and marketers to scale ad versioning, streamline approvals, measure creative performance, and improve ROAS. With the introduction of new privacy policies, creativeness became a key of future performance. On the other hand, creative has never been same measurable and scalable as media, for instance. Used was designed to solve these issues. This is Jerome. He is the designer at Le Fourets. He was invited to a shared workspace by Justine, head of media team. Jerome creates ad versioning, receives instant comments and approvals, resizes it for all media channels, and most importantly, get high-level performance data to iterate and improve designs. We are selling monthly and yearly subscription, which depends on number of seats. Our corporate customers pay us for 12 months ahead. We are taking off with our corporate sales right now. We've recently onboarded such brands as Tyson Foods, Le Fourets, Forza Delivery, Jura, to name a few. And over the last 2.5 months, we managed to create more than 60 opportunities with total expected IRR exceeding $600,000. This is my second project in advertising technology, with the same team, by the way. With the first one, we expanded to 8 countries on 3 continents and earned $1 million in revenue just after 18 months, before we found this much bigger market pain. I have master's degrees in physics and applied math, and my background is in investment banking. So with the breakthrough of AI, the consensus is that marketing is set to become fully automated and hyper-personalized among the first industries. So at Used, we also experiment with AI to boost data analysis and to sharpen creative performance. And our ambition is to bring algorithm-driven design to a digital ad space. Thank you so much.
This was perfect timing. This is 2 minutes, not even 3 minutes. So you have 1 more minute for a feedback. So please, judges, let's start from whoever wants to start, and let's give a short feedback and then ask questions.
You should say how much you are raising and on what terms at this stage. In terms of feedback, wonderfully designed slides and well-crafted sentences. You should train to be a bit more spontaneous in your in sharing it.
Thank you. Thank you. Who else?
If you have any questions for maybe.
This is Michael. I have a question. Oh, go ahead, Michael.
Okay. My point was going to be like, yes, I think, having worked in marketing for a long time in Fortune 500, this is a core problem. It's a core problem everybody's trying to figure out. the gap gets bigger and bigger. So I think you've identified a really good problem here. I think you could play it up more, because unless you know how big a problem this is within the industry, the graph is nice and digitally, but I think you use some, bring up some times where some of your clients have told you the pre and post of how it really helped them. I also think that this is a really big market. The amount of money spent on production costs for big brands is huge. Again, I would call that out and give a sense of where that is. And then where's your growth going to come from? Are you going to build this ad tech into deeper and deeper within your current clients? Or do you think you're going to have this very kind of one niche vertical and really drive out across, a wide amount of clients, from small to big? So unclear about where your vision is going there. But I think you have the idea, if it works as well as you showed on the screen, I think you have a fantastic product against a core need. I think you just can make it come to life better.
Thank you very much. Who else has something to share?
I agree with Michael and David, and a couple things I would add. Certainly on the raise, if you're raising funds, what's the amount and what are the terms if you have that? The other thing is, Michael brought up the competitors. You need to really talk about. We are always looking at who are the competitors in the industry. How do you stack up against them? You don't need to do one of those silly charts with all the check marks on it or anything like that. But it's basically a little more detail on things like that. So well done, very well done. Thank you.
Yeah, I was just curious about, I think you mentioned an ARR figure, but if you could share, like everybody mentioned, would love to understand terms. And yeah, this is great. I guess, are we going to have access to all of these decks after today's?
Yes, okay. We will share it.
Great. Well, yeah, great job. Thank you.
Yeah, I think, it's a little bit challenging to have a 3-minute presentation because a lot of the things that people are bringing up as concerns are actually in your deck, but it's in a broader deck. So I guess what the synthesis of the advice would be, and that I would have the same advice is one, you had 3 minutes and you only used 2 of it, but you have all this additional information. So I don't think you fully tapped into the full opportunity of the 3 minutes. You could have used that additional minutes to figure out what are the additional things. And then I would also try to prioritize things that are confusing with slowness and things that aren't confusing with speed, right? So if you say we're going from 1 million to 3 million to 8 million of revenue, you don't need to go slow there because that's just a number and people are so used to hearing numbers and growth curves, you can go quickly. But I think I can't remember who it was, Dennis or something. I can't remember who it was. I apologize. Someone was saying Michael was saying, yeah, this is a known problem. It's clear, this is a great solution. Like I'm not, I have used, marketing outsourced services, et cetera. So I don't understand the problem. So I felt like that could have been slower because at the end of the day, if there's no problem, and there's no massive size of the problem and your solution doesn't solve it, there's no company. And so presumably you have all those 3 things. So I would spend a little bit more time on that to be clear to a broader audience. Because if you're trying to have someone invest in you that does this already, then your speed and explanation was great. But if you're trying to appeal to investors that have a more shallow notion of what you're doing, I think that you could spend more time on that.
Thank you. Thank you for your feedback. Do we have any other questions?
Okay. I believe we can. Thank you very much for the pitch. Since we have another 30 seconds, I can say that I really like the way you present. The actual pronunciation and everything, the way you pose, etc. It's very good. Thank you for that. Let's move to our next founder.
Maxim.
It's Maxim, yes. Terra Ferra. I really like the name. Let's try to share it now.
Yeah, I will share. Can you see it?
Yes, but we only see some of the screen. Yes, but it's not like.
Yeah, we have it only in this way. So let's use it like this.
Okay. Maxim, please start.
Maxim.
Yes, yes. Do you hear me well?
Yes.
Yeah, ready?
Okay, great. Sorry for this confusion. So my name is Maxim. I live in Miami for the last 3 years. So I'm working on the project called Terrafera. So we built a community-powered fashion platform. So it's very challenging for fashion designers to grow their business today. Like marketing costs went up 3 times in the last 8 years on digital platforms. And just last year, they went up 38% on Instagram and Facebook and 70% on TikTok. So to grow a new fashion brand and to develop established fashion brands became a challenge and struggle. So designers today, they pay around 50% of the retail price for distribution. So they pay to marketplaces, to small boutique shops, to department stores. And we believe that it's much better to build engaged communities of super fans rather than spend this money on old ways of marketing. So we believe that building engaged communities is the future of marketing. So we provide the tool for fashion designers and fashion brands to build proper community engagement. So we provide revenue sharing tools for co-creation and ambassadors. So we provide gamified early pre-sales instruments and instruments for product customization and personalization. And we also facilitate collaborations and co-marketing, exchanging the email lists and the audiences between fashion designers and other digital creatives. So for that, we create a streamlined co-creation pipeline. So we create a framework so people can participate in different ways on each stage of product creation. So they can vote for the project, so they can provide, so they can give, so they can vote, so they can participate in different stages on like mood boards, sketches, prototyping. Fashion designers can invite experts and share revenue with them as well. And also, we are focused on pre-sales here. Next. So the market is huge. So 30% of all e-commerce sales in the US, these are fashion sales. And the market is around 70 billion US. It's the market for online sales through affiliates. And this is the market we are focusing on. And in general, because we focus on social e-commerce, this is a new trend which grows at around 40% each year. And US and Europe is still very much behind China in that. Next. So we have no direct competition. So what we build is effectively a hybrid between Instagram and Kickstarter. So we have competitors in different areas. So we have social fashion marketplaces. We have creator support platforms as competition, freelance marketplaces. But we are building a unique model which has no direct competition as of yet. Next.
One more minute.
Yeah, our business model is to take royalty for all of the products co-created on our platform. They could be sold on any platforms, like on Shopify website of designer or on a marketplace. So we take our royalty independently of the channel for this sale. And we also take extra 7% on crowdfunding and pre-sales. And these commissions, they include payment fees. So effectively, they're a little bit lower than 5%. Next. So our go-to-market strategy is very close to Patreon. So we go directly to fashion designers and ask them to bring their most loyal audience, like around 1% of their following on Instagram and Facebook, to our platform to engage these super fans better. Next. So we expect, as a result for designers, we expect 30% growth for the sales to the super fans, and we expect huge shift to on-demand manufacturing. So in fashion, 30% of all production goes to landfills. And when we shift 35% of the sales to pre-sales, we solve sustainability problem for fashion designers and improve their cash cycle. Next. Yeah, so we are at private beta stage right now. So we test the product from November with designers and plan to go with public launch in May. Next. So myself, I've built 3 unicorn companies in retail before, so I have experience in fashion industry as well. So I ran Pandora franchisee with 400 shops and 80 million in EBITDA just in 3 years from scratch. And I also worked with fashion jewelry designer in the US for the last couple of years, where we faced this growing marketing cost problem. And so I decided to solve it in a completely new way. So my friend Alex, who founded TikTok US, he lives in Miami and helps me with this project. Next. So we are raising rolling round. So now we need around 1 million, but once we have revenue, we want to increase this amount to 3 million. So with growing valuation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This was the longest speech up till now. Let's ask questions and give feedback, please, judges.
Well, let me start. You had mentioned crowdfunding as being a source of revenue. I think that is that could be huge. So I think you need to kind of emphasize that a little more. How does that work? And how do you integrate your clients with that process or system? So I would talk a little bit more about maybe crowdfunding, less about the product, more about the money making part of it, which I think crowdfunding could be a very important part. Thank you.
Yeah, I think what we effectively so we have 2 ways for crowdfunding. So one is just pre-sales. So when people build, like co-create the product together, they can pre-order this product. And people are interested in this because like fashionistas, they want to get new products being the first. So they want to be the first. So like pre-sales is one part of that. Another part of that is merchant cash advances. So there is a big market for merchant cash advances in the US. And this is how typically fashion designers are financed right now. So the market for this is around like 2.55 billion for fashion designers. And effectively, merchant cash advances work as you invest $80 and then you get the portion of the future revenue for this product or this collection. And we allow this product to be sold in retail. So any person can invest in this product like $100, $500, $1,000. So there is no such product at the market yet. And these investments are collateralized by the products themselves. So if for any reason the product is not selling well, the person who invested can take the product itself and use it or gift it to somebody. So it's merchant cash advance sold in retail to retail customers.
Okay,
Great,
I think Denise has question. Denise Efremov.
Yeah, thanks for the presentation, Maxim. I had, let's say, more macro level question probably. If we can go back to the slide with the market size, I was just trying to understand what these numbers mean for you. Basically, is it sort of a GMV that you will get potentially out of the market, or it's a revenue pool? How does it work?
Yeah, I think so. It's total revenue for fashion product sales, products sold online through affiliates, through influencers getting commissions for selling the product. So that's how we define total addressable market. If we talk about our SOM and our SAM, it's roughly 5 billion and 1 billion. So we think this company can have 1 billion in revenue. So that's how we assess the market. If we work only for affordable luxury fashion segment, which is our core segment.
Again, is the revenue is more of a turnover, let's say the volume of sales, or it's
no. When I
margin?
say 1 billion in revenue, it's like the commission we get. So
Okay.
it's when I speak about total addressable market, it's not the commission, it's just the total sales of fashion products.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
So this is Michael Costello. I mean, it seems like a pretty cool idea here in terms of bringing it all together. The thing I struggled with as you did your presentation was many of these things are available in independent ways, right? So I can go to Kickstarter, I can go to Public if I want to raise capital, I can go on different sites for merchant capital, I can go on Spotify, plug in a bunch of things for ambassadors and a bunch of other things that are out there. And so as you went through it, you started talking about a little bit why it was that you were special for the fashion industry. I would love for you to play that up because the tools you're bringing together, it's really the ecosystem you're creating, it looks like, that is different for these creators and less about the specific tools that are any better in any specific tool. So, and you kind of, as you got later in your presentation, you talk more about that, but that would feel like you had a bigger moat if you really were creating something that only fashion designers really needed versus ambassador programs versus Kickstarter programs, et cetera. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I think there is overall growth in creator economy. So creator economy went up 120% in the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And so like 44% of millennials, of Gen Z, sorry, it's 44% of Gen Z, they want to be at the backstage of the theater.
Mm-hmm.
So they want to be closer to the designers. So they want the brands being their friends. And so that's happened in Patreon, for example. So people just donate to like podcast creators, like YouTubers. So they donate them money in different ways. And we believe that there is an urge to support fashion designers as well, because like 90% of fashion designers, like finishing Parsons and other schools, they don't work according to the degree. So competition is so high that only 10% of them work like according to degree. So we believe, so our product is more like creating engaged community around the person, around fashion designers, supporting this person.
Konstantin, I would love to hear from other startups as well.
Yes, I'm sorry. Sorry, Maxim, we will let other startups to present. Thank you very much. Let's move on. And the next one is, I believe, Andrew Vashchenko, startup called Raw. While he is launching the presentation, Maxim, my own feedback, not feedback, it's like advice, because I know who you are and what you already done with the business. You can actually mention it at the very beginning, and this will make a much more lasting impression because people will know you already done incredible stuff. And after that, everybody will pay even more attention to whatever you have to say.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay, let's do Raw. Please start.
Hello, do you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. And I'm honored to present after Maxim Nogatkov himself. Who am I? I'm Andrew, and I sold my first startup, and I was responsible there for growth and all other stuff. And it was $50 million first year, and the last year it ended with 700 of millions of dollars, and before everything it was valued for 1.5 billions of dollars. Of course, after I sold it to another big company. And about current project, about the problem, it's actually pretty simple. Gen Z use social networks, but they don't love current social networks anymore because they are toxic and harmful to the society and their mental health. And actually they say us that Instagram, Facebook, Twitter also, they are dead. And they are looking for alternatives. You all know about TikTok, and they are looking for another social networks like BeReal, Guess, maybe you know. So they constantly use another social networks. So we do a new social network. It's called Raw, and our core feature that we donate 80% of our advertising revenue to charity. So the whole idea is that you can have fun and do the world better just by using a social. We just launched, and we have 1 month testing metrics, and they are actually pretty good. We have 38% retention third day, and we have MAU to DAO 12%. And they share our app. 15% of our users share and invite at least one friend, and they 27% spent more than 5 minutes in our app. I remind you, we just launched.
1 minute.
Okay, we have a unique business model because our budgets spends very efficiently, because we close ESG KPIs and marketing KPIs, and also we provide tax deductions. We have proved our concept. We have scalable. We have firstly our app. We have feedback from users. They use it actively, and we have also proven that advertisers are willing to pay, and we have scalable marketing sources. So we just have to scale this solution. We have
30 seconds.
We have a simple go-to-market strategy. It's just targeting, influencer marketing, and PR, and it works well from the beginning. The marketing is very huge, it's obviously, and we have a simple plan how to get to 1 million users and a huge valuation according to the benchmarks. Also, we have some revenue. We are signing contract right now, and the advertisers came to us first. We didn't read them out, and we have already some proposals for our investors to exit by other companies. They came to us and asked to participate in our project from the beginning. Also, we have a very experienced team, and we are looking for 1.5 million in SAFE, and we already received $300.
Nice, it's a wrap. Thank you very much. And judges, please judge us and ask questions.
A social network strategy is a network effects strategy. What does it take to get the critical mass to have those network effects, and how are you going to, try to prime the pump to get there?
And if I may complement that question, the reason why social networks have become what they are is not because they are evil. It is because it is very hard to design algorithms that don't glue the users, or they don't morph the attention and the behavior of the users in the way that we are seeing. And apart from donating your revenues to charity, you didn't explain why you will be able to resist what no other social network has been able to resist. to design and morph your algorithms in the same direction, and as a consequence abuse the users?
If I understand right, the answer is the first, algorithms are on SaaS right now. There are a lot of algorithms that we can get from the beginning, and when Facebook and TikTok started, there was no such solutions, and there are a lot of them right now. So it's not the problem, and to make such algorithms, it's possible. You can right now download the app and see how it works, and it works pretty well.
Okay,
and
Andrew, I will have to
okay.
ask you to ask shorter because we want to make sure you have other people ask the questions as well. And let's agree that we ask 2-3 questions to each startup to make sure that we can hear all of them in one session. So,
yes, and about how we resist our competitors, it's very simple actually. There are a lot of questions, but let's focus on what's important. Important is that there are other socials, and people like to use the same. It's actually like TikTok and Instagram, our app. And it's a very simple feature. It's easy to explain. And anything else is insufficient.
Okay. Let's thank you very much. Shall we move
we
to
just
the
explain,
next?
Konstantin, we just explained the idea. They understand it, users, and they just use it and say that it's better than other socials.
I'm going to step in as the
simple.
alternative moderator here. I think what Konstantin was trying to do is move you on. I think we're running out of time and we're trying to save it for everybody. So I'm going to try to help Konstantin keep on.
Yes, thank you. I will be stricter and more harsh in this case. Let's move to our next founder, and this will be Ilya. Are you here? Wall ID.
Yes.
So it's 3 minutes maximum, and I will have to hard stop you, and then we will ask a couple of questions.
Understood. Thank you. Can you see my slides?
Yes.
Yes.
Great. Okay. Hello. My name is Ilya Migin. I'm the founder of Wall ID. It's a decentralized ID solution for one-click checkout and check-in and travel. Few words about me. I have 20 years experience on various director roles in large multinational companies like Unilever, Intel, and others. Last 8 years, I've been in e-commerce, and last 3 years, I've been regional CEO of a large cross-border e-commerce based in California. Okay. The problem. As a frequent traveler, as a frequent business traveler myself, I know that almost 60% of business travelers frustrated with travel tech and booking, and the process is not seamless. Travelers complain that prices keep changing during booking process. Checkout takes time because you have to provide ID data during checkout, check into flight, check into hotel, etc. And if you make mistake in your ID, you go through real pain. And it can't be all done in one click, the same like it happens in e-commerce. And if you look from business perspective, you can see that online travel faces the worst KPI, very low conversion, very high cart abandonment, and almost 90% of business travelers complain that they want a more simplified booking process. Long-term problem is that personal data breaches destroy customer trust. To tackle that issue, European Commission announced its strategy for digital identity framework using blockchain. So European Commission is pushing the whole infrastructure to decentralized identity management. So our mission is to make travel seamless, easy, fast, and secure with data processing. No online bureaucracy, no ID providing checkout, loan checkout forms, and booking travel should be as easy as booking a taxi.
1 minute.
Yeah. So what we do, what we develop, our solution is a decentralized ID management service to store and process securely to vendors ID data in just one click. For merchants, our solution is just a one-button integration. And for example, in e-commerce, one-click checkout improves conversion by more than 20%. 20% in travel means additional $86 billion revenue for travel providers. And also we help them to migrate to the new EU identity management framework.
30 seconds.
We make money from transactional commission, higher for corporate travel and less for leisure travelers. Our solution verified both with travelers and travel services, and we signed first LOI. Our target market is quite huge. Travel market is $500 billion US. And also,
yes, move to the last slide, please, with the ask, because I will have to stop you here. Just last slide with ask.
I want to focus more on the team.
Okay.
So we are two co-founders. I also describe myself, and I'm my co-founder, Roman. He's a IT and CPO background, and we both have experience with 2 successful exits.
Thank you very much. And we have to move to questions. Sorry, I have to be very strict. Please ask any questions and comments to our founder.
Are you targeting those websites that are already blockchain aware? Or if not, don't you believe that there is a very high barrier because you have to teach them about blockchain first?
They don't need to be taught about blockchain. Blockchain is fully on our side. So our product is basically, if you say it in simple words, is like a blockchain-based decentralized version of Bolt Checkout or Fast Checkout or Checkout.com. So we are Web3 version of a faster checkout by securely processing ID data, fully in compliance with a new EU regulation.
Okay, next question.
So what limits us to travel? Why not go after broader verticals? Is this just your first vertical and you see yourself being able to go after other verticals?
Because my background is e-commerce, I know how popularity of one-click checkout is growing in e-commerce, but one-click checkout doesn't exist in travel. And I frequently travel myself, and I know that one-click checkout in travel doesn't exist. And I know we can improve conversion by 20–30%.
This is very powerful pitch. I'm sorry I have to stop here. Thank you very much. I think we will share the presentation with judges so they will have opportunity to ask you more questions if they want. And we are moving on. Thank you very much. The next startup is Roman with Refocus. Please, the floor is yours.
Hi, thank you very much. So my name is Roman Kumarias. I'm serial IT entrepreneur. I have 2 exits, and right now we're building an educational decacorn in Southeast Asia. So what we are doing, we are an educational company, B2C, that teach people in Indonesia and in the Philippines with digital skills. We have 2 courses right now. We teach people with data analytics skills and web developer skills. We launched in January 2022. We received a product of the day, then product of the week, then the best product in education on the product hunt like just a couple of weeks ago. And we started in January, as I mentioned before. We invested our own $2.5 million as a founders team, and we grew very, very fast. So like we finished January with around $1.5 million monthly revenue. We're focusing on B2C customers. We take a person who earn like not more than $500 per month, and then transform him into a person who earn more than $1,000 per month. So we educate them and we help them find a job, work on CVs, help them to answer the tricky questions on the interviews, and then place them. We have a lot of partners. The problem on the Southeast Asia market is that there is a big gap between supply and demand. Only in Indonesia, each year, 600,000 vacancies are opened in IT, and only 50,000 people graduates from IT universities. So the problem is very huge, and the market, like as a whole market, total addressable market in the Southeast Asia is close to $55 billion. So right now we're in Indonesia, in the Philippines, but we're going to launch Vietnam, Thailand, and Malaysia this year. At the same time, like before entering this market, we also talked a lot with our customers, with our potential customers, and like we asked more than 120,000 people across our target audience, and 84% of them answered us that they would love to switch their job and become an IT specialist this year. So this was a signal for us that we can like set up the company in this region. And the Southeast Asia, the Southeast Asia region reminds me of what India was like 5 years ago, when the companies that right now are unicorns was raised there, such as Upgrade, Scalar, Byju's, Simply Learn, and so on. So we have our courses. We have 85% of our courses are pre-recorded. We have live sessions. We have a lot of projects, homeworks, and so on that help to build and to check the skills of our audience. And our strategy is very simple. We're going to emerging markets with low competition or with no competition and become their number one and enjoying all the benefits from being the number one. Right now, we're number one in the Philippines. We're number 4 in Indonesia. We're going to become the number 1 in Indonesia by the end of this year. We are a team of experienced founders. We have 2 exits. One of our co-founders have founded the biggest e-tech company in Eastern Europe that is called Skillbox, and also he's the founder of eBack. It is the number 1 educational for adults company in Brazil. We also have an advisory board like full of bright people from the region, and we are also in the region. And like our role in the future is to educate, to help people to find a job in a new digital economy, because like AI, neural networks, and a lot of this stuff will cause like a 100 million layoffs like in the region, and we will help.
Let's move to the last slide because we have over 3 minutes. Do you have an ask?
We raised $10 million. Valuation is $50 million pre-money. We committed $9 million of 10. We have signed a term sheet from lead investors, so we need just $1 million, and we're going to close this round like in next 2 months. Thank you.
Probably today. Okay, let's ask to hear from our judges.
I just want to say that I love it. Really great. Congratulations. And very, very much needed. So I hope you can scale in as many new markets as you can handle.
We will send you the account details later after the meet.
Thank you very much.
Great presentation, huge market, great, vast, big problem. A quick question, how do you find the clients? How do you find the people, and what's it cost you to sign one up versus what you make in a profit for signing up one person?
So we use 40% of our traffic comes from Facebook, 40% from Google, 20% from TikTok. The cost of our course is $1,500, and the contribution margin right now is around 10%, but we are going to grow it up to 30% by the end of the year.
Do you guys have financing or a financing partner?
Yes, so we have Belize in the Philippines who issuing installment for our students, and Danachita in Indonesia who do pretty much the same.
The only suggestion I would have is it's unusual to see the problem, as slide 8 or something, right? As opposed to upfront saying like, look, there's a massive disparity of IT jobs versus IT people. The people that are getting educational formal training at the universities aren't getting hired because they aren't practically trained, they're theoretically trained. Like all of those things are very, very good points, but they came so late in the presentation. But you're raising money, so that doesn't make me right.
Thank you very much for your feedback. Okay, got it.
So question next.
Okay, let's move to the next. Thank you very much, Roman. Spirit me, Nikita.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Nikita. I'm CEO of Spirit Me. This is a text-to-video platform for creators. So you type any text and we will generate video where you will say it like real with your appearance, voice, and emotions.
Hi there. I'm a digital avatar. This video is entirely synthesized. My emotions, my speech, and even my smile are generated by neural networks. I will exist forever. And by the way, so can you. A smartphone and 10 minutes of free time is all you need to create your own digital copy that can do almost anything. Conduct webinars, make tutorial videos, or advertise products in 200 languages. You name it.
So this video was generated by our AI. I just go to our web platform, type this text, and voila, I have this video. Right now in our team, there is 3 founders, and we already successfully launched a product in Eastern Europe. And right now there is more than 90,000 creators on this platform, and it is also with digital avatars. But right now we want to create this new startup on US market and with a different technology and different product focus. One of our customers tells that she spent about 10 hours of her time to record a 10 minutes video for YouTube channel. But with our solution, she needs only 5 minutes to record her appearance and voice, and then we create her digital avatar, so she can type any text and we will generate video without actual filming, on any language, by the way. But probably you already heard something like this before. We have 2 very important advantages over our competitors. We're the only one that's focusing custom avatars, not stock avatars, but custom avatars of our customers. We develop AI filming assistant technology to help our customers to digitize their appearance just by their own, using only their phones. And it makes a much faster and cheaper way to create your avatar. And also we develop it with security in mind. Also, we have dynamic facial engine, and I will show you how it looks like. First of all, how our digitized process looks like. When people film their appearance, we show what they need to do and what instructions they need to do, analyzing in real time what they are speaking. And about...
Look what I'm doing. Dynamic.
Our dynamic facial engine.
Expressions. A friendly smile is an important capability when you're communicating something. So is a display of sincere amusement. Our competitors generate the lower part of the jaw. But we generate the whole head and thus can control the whole face.
Right now we have 2 plans. Subscription, we charge $42 per month with custom avatar and 10 minutes of generation, and we also have prepaid plans for B2B customers.
10 more seconds because it's fun, but only because it's fun. Sorry.
Okay, I will skip some slides. What we are looking for right now, we have our MVP, first paying customers, and we are rising 500K in pre-seed. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This is fun, definitely. Let's move to questions.
Denise?
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, thanks for the presentation, Nikita. Basically, I would start with a comment. Like in my view, one video is really fun to look at, but if you implement a number of external content that's not very good because you missed a couple of business points and you were focused on the product rather than on the business during your presentation. But I'll try to help you to a little bit navigate. So my question will be something like in between the market and the go-to-market. So what's basically the market you're targeting in terms of like the revenue size, and what's your go-to-market strategy? Just in a couple of words.
Okay, I think about our market. So according to emerging research, in 8 years, it will be 500 billions USD, the market of digital avatars. So, and what is market of digital avatars? This is very complicated question because we right now at very beginning of synthetic media market so let's speak about use cases. First of all, I think the most common implementation of avatars right now is some corporate communication, so like lectures and some training videos and boarding videos for employees. Also, we have a lot of customers in previous product that generate content for their small and medium businesses for external communications with their customers. For example, this is personalized mails that they can send to their customers with avatars, or they can advertise their products and create how-to videos. Also, our technology can be used by influencers, and this is right now our go-to-market strategy to focus on influencers, because we see that our technologies have very strong viral potential. That's why right now we are focusing on creating a technology that can be used for daily content by influencers, and that's how we want to go to market.
Nikita will have to switch to David. He's waiting as well. Sorry,
sure.
Denise, I hope you are satisfied. We will send you the details in case you want to talk more. David, you have a question.
Two quick questions. Do you have your own markup language for the emotions?
Yeah.
And the second question, is there any interoperability component which may be necessary given how rapidly the market is evolving? For example, avatar.me is offering metaverse avatar interoperability.
We have our own markup language for emotions, that's true, and also we will develop, I think in 1 month, technology that will use this markup language in automatic mode, so it analyzes context of content that want to be created and set these tags automatically. And what about metaverses? We don't have such integrations with metaverses, so because we generated only video content yeah.
But this is a good idea, I believe, for the future.
Yeah, but metaverses, they are in three-dimensional, but we are two-dimensional. But yeah, it can be used, for example, in like Gather or something like that. Metaverse.
Okay. Who else has any questions, or shall we move to the next?
I think we shall move to the next.
Thank you very much. So let's hear from Mike with Boomerang Me.
Yeah, hello all. I'm
Hello.
happy to be here today, and let's start my presentation. So, and again, my name is Mike Inishev. I'm CEO and founder of Boomerang Me, and we are making an easiest to use loyalty platform for small business owners. For the last 14 years, I've been running and managing my own digital agency with 54 full-time employees and around $2 million per year. And I understood one crucial point from small business owners. They are not a professional marketers and don't understand how to acquire and retain their customers. And at this time, they are losing $1.6 trillion every year because they don't understand how to attract customers and get them incentives to repeated purchases and making repeated business. At this time, SMBs already served by local agencies who provide them traffic, websites, and additional digital services. Our solution is the easiest to use loyalty platform that can be installed after 15 minutes after registration. We are not a mobile application. We are not a native. We are worked through the Apple Wallet and Google Pay, and this is why we install 10 times faster instead of any native application. We provide additional communication channel through the push notifications. And as a result, we provide up to 2 times retention rate and plus 30% in average check for small business owners. My story is we started this project in 2020, accurate during the COVID pandemic. And after the fast scaling on the home market, we are launching in incorporated in Delaware, raised pre-seed round for $400K. And the last year we started work globally and achieve $550,000 in IRR last year, including 1.8 thousand paid customers and 400 agencies who resell our product to their local markets. So,
1 minute.
Thanks. G2 named us as the first and easiest to use in loyalty management software. And we are B2B SaaS. We have two main revenue streams. We are charging our customers for the access to the platform for $259 per month, and additional pay-as-you-go model based on created sub-accounts for their clients. We are raising $1 million seed, already collected $175,000 by safe agreement to achieve $2 million in IRR this year. The market is expected to grow up to $10 billion, and we plan to show $80 million in IRR in 2027 to validate our $1 billion valuation. So we have a lean team. I want to describe a couple of words about my co-founder, Alex, who is CTO in Boomerang and has 15+ years in development. And we work together more than 7 years from our agency. Thank you so much and joining our mission.
Thank you very much. Let's move to questions. Please, judges. I can at least start by saying that
Dave,
I've been, yeah, sorry.
Dave.
I was going to say, how do you get your clients? What's your main revenue, outlet for gaining clients?
Thank you so much. First of all, we are attracting only agency owners and we are selling only through the agencies. And this is why we are growing 10 times faster instead of our competitors. And we are gaining our customers through the Facebook and Google ads mainly. And also we are using cold outreach to the big agencies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kostya, I think we can go next.
Yes, okay. Okay, let's move next.
Thank
you very much.
Thank you.
We have Motion Ray, Anton Shmakov. Please share your screen. Okay.
Can you see it all right?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. Hello, I'm Anton, CEO and co-founder of MotionRay, where we are building a cloud internet access platform. Crappy internet connectivity is a newly emerged human condition which we all have way too many opportunities to experience. For regular people, it may mean an uninterrupted video call with a relative or a ruined movie night. But for business owners, even the shortest internet outage may lead to thousands of dollars in lost revenue. Telecom services consistently score dead last on the consumer satisfaction surveys, and there is more we can do about it than just waiting for the next generation of networks to emerge. At MotionRay, we are on the mission to remove complexities of procuring and maintaining reliable connectivity while expanding equitable access to the internet in the process. We do it by aggregating all available internet service providers in the area and combining them into a single, robust, and interruptible channel. We package it into a simple plug-and-play product which is compatible with any source of connectivity and which can be deployed anywhere. In a nutshell, the data aggregation technology works like this. Ethernet-enabled router receives a data package. The data package is being sliced on multiple chunks, and those chunks are being re-encrypted and sent across independent internet channels into our cloud instance. Our cloud instance then reassembles the original data and sends it to the web. And we have 24/7 monitoring and alert system to make sure that all the systems operate smoothly at all times, making it a managed service to our customers. Applications are truly endless, and we have traction across multiple major industries. For merchants, we're making sure that their point of sale systems never go offline and they can continue processing their credit card transactions. For bus operators, we provide the most reliable passenger Wi-Fi even on the cross-border routes. For events and TV broadcast industry, we provide an opportunity to stream content even from the most challenging environments. We are a team of 20 people, among whom are 2 founders. I myself spent over a decade in tech, went through multiple startups and Silicon Valley juggernauts such as Google and LinkedIn, while Alex spent his entire career in telecoms.
1 minute.
Excellent. Our core business model is a SaaS subscription, but we also have 2 additional revenue streams, which would be hardware sales and metered data. The go-to-market channels, we experimented with multiple of them, but the main we are focusing on right now are resellers and IT integrators as they lead to the most scalable expansion. We shine above the competition by focusing on simplicity and reliability while staying price sensitive and affordable for the widest possible market. The easiest way to conceptualize what we do is we bring in the enterprise-grade SD-WAN technology to the mass market, as we call it SD-WAN light solutions. Our traction is growing rapidly. We already have over $10 million in signed LOIs for 2023 alone. And I believe one of the judges mentioned they're interested in the green infrastructure. And one of the markets we believe we're going to expand this year the most is going to be EV charging networks.
15 bonus seconds because of that.
We're looking for the seed plus round, and over 30% already committed. And this primary goal for this market or for this round is to scale operations and for us to meet the growth target we already mentioned above. And that would be it. And thank you for listening, and looking forward for questions.
Thank you very much. Let's hear questions. Nice microphone, by the way.
Thank you.
What do you mean by 10 million of annual revenue already booked? What's your revenue projection for the year of recognized revenue? And what's your rate?
So when I say booked is we have LOIs signed, we have about 5 of them by now, with some of them are very major, and in total size of those LOIs exceeding 10 million in revenue. But we're currently working on converting those LOIs into actually signed contracts, which takes some time. Does it answer the question?
It does. My advice to you is to be a little more transparent in there. That feels a little deceptive to say you have 10 million of booked revenue when it's not booked revenue. That didn't.
We should correct the language. Yes. Thank you.
I thought everything was good, except it bothers me when I hear hardware sales. How much of that is are you planning to do revenue? How are you going to do that and sell hardware?
Yeah, so we're selling hardware by necessity because market right now doesn't have enough of the hardware compatible with what we're trying to achieve, which is multi-network connectivity. We actually have very direct plans how we divest from hardware altogether in a few years and working with only with OEMs and focusing on the core business, which is the SaaS subscription business.
Thank you.
Thanks. So let's move to our next startup.
Yes, and the next startup is
Boris.
Yes, it's Boris AC3D.
Yes.
Yeah. Hi guys. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah. So hi, my name is Boris. I'm founder and CEO of AC3D, developer of construction automation and 3D printing technology. And construction is the biggest industry in the world, but as big it is, as big are the problems it creates. So for instance, world is now facing a huge housing shortage of more than 12 million houses a year. And even bigger are the ecological problems created by construction. Almost half of the global CO2 emissions is the responsibility. Construction 3D printing is created to tackle these problems. In fact, with this technology, construction becomes much cheaper, faster, and it provides new qualities such as sustainability, energy efficiency, freedom of architecture, and resilience to disasters. And by the way, we're talking now with a customer from Florida to create hurricane-resistant houses. So right now we have already developed and produced our construction 3D printer, and actually now we are producing the second one specifically for the US. It has a lot of advantages versus competition. It can print buildings on site, like entire building. And it has one-of-a-kind sophisticated printing head with a machine vision control system. And right now we are completing also the so-called interchangeable tooling system, which will allow us not only to print the walls, but also print foundations, ceilings, and even install windows and doors. So I can provide more information on competition if needed, but all in all, we have created the next generation construction 3D printing technology. And this is the house which we have fully designed, and we're going to print 2 of these this year, one here in Dubai as early as this March, and the second one later this year in Montana. So it looks kind of good, isn't it? As for the business model, we are supplying our technology to our target audiences, which are construction and developer companies, and we supply, by saying supply, I mean 3D printers, software, materials, and even library of digital house designs, which we have created. And we are supplying it by entering the partnerships and joint development projects. As for the traction, we have now fully patented our technology. We have completed our first investment round and at $1 million at 20 million valuation cap. We have become part of the Alchemist Accelerator. Right now, we are completing the certification in the US with UL Solutions, and we have pre-orders from more than 15 countries. Now we are raising our second round, like a bridge round of 1.5 million at 30 million valuation cap. We have already raised 400K and committed another 400K, so 700K is still available. And we are a team of strong professionals in global business development, robotic engineering, architecture design, and material science. So thank you very much.
Nice, 3 minutes. Thank you very much. Let's move to questions.
Awesome, no comment.
Thank you.
Denise has question, as I see.
Yeah, I have the question. Thanks for the pitch, first of all. The question that I have is more or less conceptual. I probably missed it, but would be great if you can speak a little bit in greater detail of who are your clients, actually. And the reason why I'm asking is because I've heard about the similar cases, like broadly 3D printing stuff, and that some companies were facing the problems of selling to, let's say, construction companies, real estate, and they ended up, building houses on their own because technology is very hard to sell. But end products is obviously of the demand, but that was not what was initially expected. So I'm interested in who are your clients basically, and what's the pipeline that you currently have, probably because they have results or something like that.
Yeah, thank you for good.
Go ahead.
Thank you for a good question. And first of all, I think I'm now already almost 10 years in industrial 3D printing, and last 3 of them is in construction 3D printing with this startup. And construction 3D printing is quite different to all other types of 3D printing. And all in all, I can say that we are sinking in demand. So even though we don't have any marketing activities yet, we are receiving like tens of inquiries a week. And so we have LOIs with, I think, around 20 companies from all over the world. We focus on the US and Middle East right now. And so our end customers are construction and developer companies who basically want to automate and increase the speed and make cheaper construction process. And sometimes it can be even the whole countries. Like, for example, we are negotiating with country of Bahrain, where construction industry have failed to fulfill governmental project of building number of houses needed for the country. And so they need something which can build faster and with less labor because they don't have enough labor. And like basically only in the US, the under supply of houses is like 4 million houses a year. So, and this industry, last thing I'm gonna say, the important things that this industry now is growing really fast. So it was like, it is going to be $1.5 billion by end of 2024. And this is a very solid projection recently made. So we think that lack of demand is the last thing we are struggling with.
Thank you very much. I have to give word to a new founder who is Dmitry, a company called Unico. Thank you very much, Boris, for your pitch.
Thank you.
I want to show you my project. Hi, I am Dmitry, the founder of Umnico. Umnico aggregates, automates, and systemizes sales communication with customers. Historically, customer communication has been done either by phone, email, or in person. Today, an increasingly large share of communication happens through multiple social channels, and this these take us missed revenue opportunities and the extra cost. The extra cost, sorry. We offer all these situations with Umnico. Umnico connects social channels to inbox that connects that drive sales and increase conversion. Clients, sorry.
Don't worry, just breathe.
Yes. Sorry. After communications, customers reach out to business through social channels they are most comfortable with. Umnico aggregates, automates, and systemizes sales communication with customers. After communication channels are connected to Umnico, the magic begins. Virtual assistants reply on behalf of customer of sales reps, and the dialogues move along the funnel automatically. Sales managers intervene only when needed. This all complemented by a powerful system of access management, analytics, and multiple integration with popular third-party systems. Our SOM is over $100 million, while our SAM is almost $2 billion. And additionally, according to market research, US social commerce will double over the next 5 years and reach $80 billion by 2026. Our model is subscription with a free plan. We want to empower small entrepreneurs to choose Umnico when their businesses get bigger. And also we have a flexible plan for medium-sized companies who want to pay only for what they need. And we offer the best combination of sales-focused functionality and messenger native features. Our proprietary integrations are the best available in the market. For example, our WhatsApp integration allows Umnico customers to send a limitless number of messages for just $40 per month. In comparison, our competitors would charge 14 cents per each message. We have functionality that allow us to combine messages from Instagram direct and comments and the post into a single chat. None of our competitors can do that. Our key clients,
team, I would recommend you the team and to the ask, because we have only 10 seconds left.
Our key clients are beauty centers, online education, and e-commerce platform. Last year, our average CAC was $140, and our LTV was $560. Our plan is to enter US and Canada first, as these are two large economies with well-developed infrastructure for SMBs. To achieve that, we will release additional function.
How much money are you raising?
We raised 3 million. We raised 3 million, which allows us to strengthen our target audience in 2023. We want to.
Okay, you already answered. That's enough. The valuation, yes.
Yeah.
Move to the final slide.
Maybe let's just show the slide with. Yeah, thank you.
We are working together for over 3 years in this project, and I'm a serial entrepreneur with 1 successful exit. Ilya is an M&A banker with 10 years of experience, and Artyom have a big experience in high-load systems.
Thank you very much. I have to stop you. Let's ask questions if you have time left. 1, maybe 2 questions must.
Yep.
Where does your sales lead go? Does you generate a lead and then you provide it to the company's sales force, or do you then qualify it with a human and then give it to their sales force?
So we can do both. We can give it to Salesforce through the API, but we also offer software so that SMBs can reply directly through our platform.
But not with the human, through AI or chat.
No, we do have AI chatbots, which offer the first line of defense. Just like when you type into support for for online bank, they give you an options. But then once the customer has opted for an options, then it goes to an agent, and this agent can be replying through the Salesforce, or it can be replying through our service.
What is your MRR?
Annually, sorry, monthly, it's 12K.
Pardon?
$12,000.
Any other questions? No?
I guess, Olga, you can wrap up. It was the last
Yeah, it
founder.
was our last founder for today. And I just want to say again, thank you to all of our judges and all startups, all founders. It was really very interesting. And for sure, we will send information both to our startups with a list of LinkedIn links to communicate. And for sure, we will send all information about our startups to our judges. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much as well.
Thank you. Bye. Have a good one.
Good job, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Tienen que poner que no se puede tocar absolutamente nada de los activos de ninguna filial.